All right, now I want you to be happy. And since I want you to be happy, I'm going to talk to you about successful people and the habits that they follow every day. Now, there are many different definitions of success. So your definition might be different than mine and his or hers and so forth. For example, you might define success as being a loving father and a loving husband. Or maybe you define success as hitting your sales quota or landing that big deal with the new company. But a lot of people associate success with moolah, the money. How much money are you making? How successful are you? How prestigious is your life? What house do you have? What car do you drive? Those types of things. Whatever it is. I have looked at tons and tons of successful people and studied their habits and what they say to do in order to be successful. So today, I'm going to give you my compiled list. I tried to keep the list down to 5 because I know about that human attention span and it's not that great. All right, here we go. My P4 power-up system will help you to become successful. Let me explain. Step numero uno in my P4 power-up system is the power of positivity. You're not going to be successful if you're negative Nancy all the time, always complaining, always putting other people down, always blaming others about your problems. No one will want to work with you. And you're not going to be able to sell your product or service with that negative attitude. So change that negative attitude, combat those ants, those automatic negative thoughts, learn to be grateful, and train your mind to be positive instead of negative. The glass is half full, not half empty. You need to be grateful for what you already have. So if you're not practicing gratitude, start right now. And for the love of God, please stop being negative. All right, now that you're not so negative and you're actually a joy to be around, instead of spreading absolute misery with your negativity, now you need a clearly defined purpose for your life. You need a personal mission statement. Or, in other words, you need to start tackling number 2 and number 3 of my P4 power-up system. Number 2 is the power of your passions, and number 3 is the power of purpose. Therefore, you must decide what your personal mission statement is and clearly define your purpose in life. And I know that's easier said than done. So here are some things to ask yourself to help you narrow down the purpose for your life. So, what sorts of activities are you doing when you get into a state of flow, as they say, when you lose track of time and you're just having so much fun, you're in your element? What words follow when you tell yourself, I wish ... or I wish blank. I wish that I was a big YouTube sensation. I wish that I had enough money in the world to do with my time what I see fit. And I wish I could bless people financially by writing them blank checks and surprising them at the grocery store if I overhear some horror story that they're going through. You know, pardon my French, but what pisses you off or what ticks you off, what makes you cry, what are you very passionate about? What movement in life would you make a stand for? Next, you have to try to tie that to your skills, your talents, the trials and tribulations that you faced in your life, and try to figure out what skills or accomplishments you can use to help someone else. How can you help other people? What have you been through that you now have knowledge about that you can help someone else walk the same path? All right, so the first thing is that you have the power of a positive mind. After that, you use my P4 power-up system to clearly define your life's purpose and write out your personal mission statement. And that brings me to the third habit of highly successful people, which is they have self-discipline. Let me unpack that for you. That means a lot. So self-discipline means they wake up early. They wake up extra early so that they don't stress about getting late to work. They're up early so they can start their daily routine, which provides them with the best chance of making it a good day. And with their self-discipline, they learn not to waste time. This is the big one. We all get 24 hours in a day, yet almost all of us complain about not having enough time. However, we're all given the same amount. So, successful people are very good with their time. Like I said, they wake up early so they have extra time in the mornings. They use the time in their car to learn. You can listen to Amazon Audible books while you're driving around from your commute to school or work. You can listen to Amazon Audible books when you're doing cleaning or house projects. Therefore, you are learning while you are doing these other things and you're multitasking. Successful people have the discipline to stick to their daily routine, to exercise, to have time in prayer with God. Meditation. Meditation is huge. Relaxes your mind, soothes your soul, gives you patience, understanding, helps with your gratitude. Meditation is awesome. So I suggest you wake up early so that you have enough time to get ready for work, to pray, and to meditate, as well as eating a good, healthy breakfast. Next up, successful people are responsible. They're responsible for their own lives. They're responsible for where they are at in life. They're responsible for their mistakes. And they are responsible for their future. They know that only they can determine where their life will go, and that the reins of life is in their hands. They are responsible for their health, their wealth, mind, and soul. They are responsible for being positive and grateful instead of negative and complaining or finding fault in everything all the time. It makes a big difference. And finally, successful people embrace failure. They know that not only is failure a part of success, it's a stepping stone to success. Nobody that's successful hasn't failed countless times. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before he found the right way. And what did he say? I didn't fail 10,000 times. I found 10,000 ways it didn't work. Successful people know to get out of their comfort zones. Nothing will change unless you change it. And change is scary. Change is different. Change makes us get out of our comfort zone. But successful people know that they have to take risks in order to change, and they know that those risks come with the possibility of failure, but that failure does not mean ultimate failure unless nothing is learned. Otherwise, failures are part of the mission to success, so hop on as many stepping stones as you need to while you reach the top. Nothing will ever change unless you change it, and the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over, but expecting a different result. So don't do that! So in conclusion, there are 5 habits of successful people that you need to implement today, starting right now. And number 1 is the same first step of my P4 power-up system. You must develop the power of a positive mind and crush the negativity. Crush those negative thoughts. After that, steps 2 and 3 of my P4 power-up system will help you determine your life purpose, because you need a clearly defined life purpose and personal mission statement. After that, you come to number 3, which is self-discipline. In order to be a successful person, you are going to need self-discipline to ensure that you sacrifice the things now, like watching hours upon Netflix, so that you can do the things you need to do to ensure you have a better tomorrow. Number 4 is that successful people are responsible. They're responsible for their actions, they're responsible for their mistakes, they're responsible for where their life is now, and they're responsible for where their life will be. And finally, number 5, successful people embrace failure. They know that failure is part of the stepping stones to success. You have to get out of your comfort zone in order to change. There is going to be a risk of failure associated along with that. But you need confidence, you stand up and you face your fears and you do it anyway. Nobody could ride a bike the first time they hopped on, but you fall, and fall again until you can ride that bike effortlessly. All right, guys, get out of your comfort zones, embrace change, try something new, have confidence in yourself. Remember, you are made in the image of God, and therefore you have His divine power inside you. My name's Eric Michael of The Eric Michael Show, and I'll see you next time. Have a good week. So if you would, please tell your friends about me. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my weekly doses of positive refreshment or any of my tech tutorials. Let me know what videos you guys would like to see. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Catch you later.